What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to another pre-season match day here on Anfield Agenda. My name is Craig and I'm going to be taking you guys through today's game against MAINZ, which I'm really looking forward to. I have to say, I'm excited. The weather looks absolutely fantastic over there in Austria. I presume they're still in Austria, but it looks fantastic anyway. And the team news is in. We'll go through that in a couple of moments. I'll give you the Manscaped spiel as well, because this stream has been brought to you with thanks to Manscaped, and I'll get into the brand new Lawnmower Perfect 4.0 package in a couple of moments. But I just want to see how we're all doing. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, really appreciate you being in. Now waiting for the beast, Craig. I like it. I'll take it, mate. I'll always take a little W wherever I can get one. Again, we'll talk through the starting 11 and lots more as well in the coming minutes. But yeah, today's stream is being brought to you with thanks to Manscaped, ladies and gentlemen. And here it is. Exciting news across Europe. Our friends at Manscaped have just launched their 4th generation Perfect Performance package. This ultimate package includes the Lawnmower 4.0. Remember the old days when we used to have to use the Lawnmower 3.0? No. So if you're like me and you suffer with BINS, which basically means Big Irish Nut Syndrome, the increased battery power on the Performance Package 4.0 means that, you know, that trimmer's going to last for a very, very, very long time, ladies and gentlemen. And the good news is you can get yourself 20% off anything at manscaped.com, including this Perfect Package 4.0 set, by using our code WFM20 to get yourself that 20% off. Inside this package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, a weed whacker, which is for your ears and nose. Definitely don't try and use that down below. I've heard that it can be quite painful. Crop preserver ball deodorant. Yes, you heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. Ball deodorant. It is a thing. I'm not going to say if it's good, if it's bad. I'll let you decide that for yourself when you use the Perfect Package 4.0 set. Boxer briefs as well. Crop reviver and boxer briefs, as I said, come in the package as well. The 4th generation trimmer features a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accident. Look, we've all had them. We've all got the L razor out and had a little moment. I've been there. You've been there. We're all grown up, let's be honest about it. And the Lawnmower 4.0 also has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multi-function on and off switch, which can engage a travel lock as well. So there you go, another upgrade on it, and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when you need a little bit more precision. So if you want to, you know, work those tight areas, you want to make sure you know what you're doing, you know, you're in there in the dark, you don't want to wake anybody else up, you're having that little private moment where you're looking after yourself and looking after your loved one at the same time, then the Perfect Package 4.0 is, of course, the set for you. Get yourselves over to manscaped.com, use our code WFM20 to get yourself 20% off anything on the site. But let's be honest, you're only over there for the Lawnmower 4.0 Perfect Package set, aren't you? Let's be honest, you are really. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the fun stuff. Let's get to the football. And yeah, this is my first time wearing the club's new shirt as well, so I peeled myself into it. Hopefully I can peel myself out of it as well a little bit later on, because look, let's be honest, man boobs are tight fitting some of these tops. Let me drop into the chat and see how we're all doing. I mean, I've got the fan on here, so if you can hear it, I won't lie, I don't care. I need it on. I'm going to melt if I don't have it on. Should Elliot stay for the season? He will. I mean, there's no need to worry about Elliot going anywhere. He's definitely saying. What have we got? Somebody said... What are we reading here? Diogo's back, which is great as well, said Noah. Somebody said Malin signed for Dortmund. Look, I don't know if that's true or not true, but it was going to happen. I told you a couple of weeks ago that you know, more than likely he's going to end up a Dortmund player. And you know, much like a couple of other things, I do get stuff right occasionally. It has been known to happen. Kit's looking good on you, mate. Thank you. I mean, look, I won't lie to you. It's tight. You know, Chunky Man has put on a bit of weight over lockdown, but still squeezed into it, so I'm happy. I'm happy. It's the first time I'm wearing it. Mick Wall said it's chilly in West Yorkshire. Mate, it's absolutely boiling here in the sunny southeast of Ireland. Loads of people saying Sancho to United. I know, mate, I am aware. I do have social media. I mean, I have been bombarded with Sancho today, but you know, we knew it was coming. It is a good signing for United, I won't say otherwise. But today I'm only focusing on one thing, and one thing only, and that is the Reds game against FC Mainz. Let's have a look at the starting 11, shall we, for the first time today. And this is how the Reds are going to line up. Caoimhín Kelleher starts off in goal. Look, has anybody seen Caoimhín Kelleher and Connor in the same room? That's all I'm saying. They are basically, in my head, the same person. Only one of them is of more use to me than the other. I'll let you decide which one that is. Trent comes in at right back. Then it's Ibrahima Konate and Joe Matip that make up the centre-back pairing, with Costas Tsimikas coming in at left back. Then we reckon the midfield's going to look a little bit like this. So we know Keita and we know Milner will be in there. So we're imagining that Harvey Elliott will have a bit of a free role, maybe to wander behind the front three. Then it'll be Sadio Mane on the left, Mohamed Salah on the right, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain looks like he's going to set up as a false nine, like he did in the 30-minute game against Stuttgart, which he did quite effectively, to be fair. So let's see how we get on today. I won't lie, it makes me smile seeing an Irish flag as part of the Liverpool starting 11 there. I know Alisson's going to come back in and he will be the number one, and rightly so, but allow me this brief moment to gloat about an Irish goalkeeper in goal there for Liverpool today. Is Connor here now, or is he warming up? He's had to run over to Austria, mate. I mean, to be fair to him, he got the images done for today, and then he had to leg it over to Austria to make sure he was available to be in goal today. Loads of people probably won't get that in joke, but Conor Crosby, the guy who runs the channel with me, he's basically a carbon copy of Caoimhín Kelleher, only without the talent in that department. But I bet you Caoimhín Kelleher can't put together stuff on Photoshop. Do you know what I mean? Everybody has their strengths, folks. Hoping Oxlade-Chamberlain can have a good season. So am I. I mean, yeah, look, I feel like it's kind of Groundhog Day because we seem to have these conversations a lot, but there's nothing wrong with hoping our players stay injury free and, you know, want them to do well. That's what we should be doing. That's the way we should want it to be. Kessie to Liverpool is not going to happen. I've said this again yesterday. Don't believe all the shite that you read out there. Frank Kessie is at AC Milan. AC Milan are in the Champions League. AC Milan don't want to let Frank Kessie go. And I read a story today that in the same story suggested that we'd already agreed a fee or offered him a salary of 7 million a year before we'd spoke to his agent about whether he was interested or not, and already knowing that Milan don't want him to go anywhere. So, you know, that's the type of nonsense that we have to deal with at times out there with regards to transfers, but he ain't coming, so don't worry about it. When is the game starting? In 8 minutes. 8 minutes to go till kick-off. And for those asking, I'm going to just reply to this once and once only. Like all the pre-season games, if you want to watch them and you're looking to figure out where you can watch them from, they're available on LFC TV or LFC TV Go. And there is an offer, I believe, on at the minute where you get your first month free if you sign up to LFC TV Go. Go onto the club website and it'll have all the information on there. But that's the only place this season, legally, that you can see all of the Liverpool pre-season games. I'm watching it right here now on LFC TV. Can we win the league this season? I mean, it's going to be tough, Chloe. I won't lie to you. I think Chelsea going to strengthen and will continue to get better from last season. United have gone out there and signed Sancho, could get a Varane, could get a midfielder in. We know Manchester City are interested in bringing in some players as well. So it's going to be a tough competitive league campaign. But you know what? I'm sure these guys are looking forward to making up for a bit of the letdown that was last season. And yeah, you know what? I think we can challenge. I'm not going to say we're going to win the league. I'm not going to be that arrogant, but I think we'll be there or thereabouts. Certainly a lot closer than we were this season. Victor, how are you, mate? First super chat of the day said, my guy Craig, United signed Sancho, Liverpool need to sign more players. I'm excited for United versus Liverpool rivalry. Yeah, I mean, it is weird because I don't give a shit about Liverpool Man City rivalries. I really don't. I've said this numerous times. I see them as a pest more, or a hindrance more than a rivalry. Whereas Everton and Liverpool, as much as Everton isn't really a rivalry from a point of view of challenging for stuff, obviously they're Liverpool's local rivals, and United to me has always been the game. So every season that's the first one I look out for, Liverpool United, and yeah, should be good fun this season. I think the first one's in October if my memory's right. Looking good in the new kit, said Tannis. Thank you, buddy. You might have to be cut out of it by the end of the stream, but we'll wait and see. A little bit of good news on my front as well. So I think I've said to you guys before that I was awaiting some medical results. I didn't go into any detail what they were about, nor will I now, but suffice to say the results came back this week and it was all tickety-boo, all good to go, nothing to worry about. Big weight off my mind, so I'm very happy today. It's been a good day so far and hopefully the Reds can add to that. Jordy said, can't wait for Robbo to absolutely destroy Sancho. I like it, mate. Getting in there early. Well played. Dundee United made your best left back. Did we? I think maybe the credit goes to some to Dundee, certainly, some to Hull, definitely, a lot to Klopp, sure. But I think all the credit, or the majority of the credit, should go to Andy Robertson for having the drive and determination to continuously wanting to better himself. So, I'll always try and give credit to everyone in these scenarios, mate. And yes, part of the journey was with Dundee, part of it was with Hull, but it was during his time at Liverpool that he's really pushed on. And we love Robbo, absolutely. He's got everything for me, Robbo. He's got the engine, he's got the lovable factor, he's got a bit of shithousery as well, which I love. Craig, you got our new kit. I had to get one. I couldn't bring myself not to get one kit this season, and I'm too fat to get the away one. Let's be honest with it. Nobody needs to see my man boobs bouncing up and down as I stroll down the road in that kit. And the third kit looks like it's going to be an abomination from what I've seen so far. So this was the only one left, really. So I said, hey, why not? Let's go and get this one. I've had it for ages, by the way. I've had it in my wardrobe hanging for about a month now. How was Arsenal's window this summer? Ben White, I won't lie, is to me a decent transfer. 50 million, look, sometimes you have to pay what you have to pay. The goalkeeping scenario is one that I find very strange. I mean, I've no idea if the guy they're bringing in is any use or not, but that's a lot of money spent, and I'll be interested to see if Arsenal... I know it's a loan, I think, with a 2-year loan with an obligation or an option to buy for the keeper, but I'm intrigued to see how they get on this year. I mean, tying down some of the youngsters is good business because they do have some good youngsters, but at the end of the day, I don't think they'll be anywhere near the major European places. That's just my honest opinion. Wilson is gone, Craigo. That's no surprise. Did he go to Fulham? I gather it was Fulham, because there was Fulham and Bournemouth were looking at him. Fulham were the latest club I'd seen linked with Wilson. And look, it wouldn't surprise me either. Now Ben Davies isn't in the squad today. We're told that that's, I say we're, I mean the media were put out there to say that he had to travel home for personal reasons, even though he has been linked with a move away from Liverpool over the past 24 hours. Apparently the club are at pains to say that it's got nothing to do with a transfer, it's for personal reasons. So whatever the reason is, we hope Ben Davies is alright, and it looks like he will travel back over to Austria for the rest of the pre-season camp once he gets that issue resolved. Are you going to watch any of the Olympics? Because of the times of it, mate, it's probably more a fact that I'll watch it at night. I'll watch the highlights of the Olympics, because you know me, I'm a lazy git. There's no chance I'm getting out of bed that early. Henderson staying, did you get the report? Mate, I'll be honest with you, today's been about two things. It's been about getting the medical results and hugging my missus after them. I won't lie, it's one of the reasons why my head's been up my arse for the past few weeks. And other than that, it's just been about sorting other stuff out. I haven't had a chance. Now, if you want, and I'll leave it up to you guys, I can come back on tonight at 9 o'clock and do a late night agenda. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you want me to do that. So I'll do the game, take a bit of a break, get the news stories together, reach out to a few people, get what I can get sorted, and be back at 9. If that works for everybody, I'm more than happy to do it. You've got the old Craig back now, the not giving a fuck, happy-go-lucky, angry bastard that you all hopefully have come to know and love. He's ready, he's here, he's back, he's healthy, and relieved. Very, very relieved, ladies and gents. And by the way, this was not a mental health issue. The mental health issues I'm well versed to dealing with. This was an actual physical worry. So yeah, it's not that I'm fat. It wasn't a heart issue or anything like that. I'm well aware I'm fat, and the next plan is to lose weight. That's definitely plan numero doso 2, whatever that is. Anyway, again, just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, today's watch along has been brought to you with thanks to our friends at manscaped.com. You can get yourself 20% off the all new Manscaped Perfect pack. Perfect? What's a perfect? Perfect. It's not a word that I should be saying, really. Perfect package 4.0. Get yourself over to manscaped.com. Use our code WFM20. Get 20% off. If the battery lasts longer, it's got an LED light factor that lets you, zoom in on those areas. It's got 7,000 RPM. Tim the Toolman Taylor there coming out at me. I know, if you're probably not of a certain age, you won't remember who Tim the Toolman Taylor was, but older gentlemen and women out there will remember Tim the Toolman Taylor. 7,000 RPM. Whenever you hear RPM, It just comes out, you know what I mean? Their inner, I don't know, my chimp paradox, let's just say, comes out. So, yeah, get yourself over to manscaped.com. Use the code WFM20, get 20% off absolutely anything on there. And I'll tell you what, I know it's called Manscaped and for manscaping and all that jazz, but I'll be entirely honest with you. When I got the Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0 set, my missus nicked it. So I'm glad that the 4.0 is after arriving, because now I finally have it back, because my missus immediately half-inched the 3.0 set. So let her have her old shitty set. Let her have the 3.0. Craig's all about the new and improved 4.0. And if you're like me, and this only goes out to my Irish brothers out there, if you suffer from BINS, what's BINS? Big Irish Nut Syndrome. You often worry about the battery running out on these things. Those days are over. Improved battery life. Got everything you want. Get down there, spend your time grooming like a robotic lawnmower. Get your nuts looked after, get your ball preserver, everything that you need. Whoever thought we would have needed ball preserver or ball deodorant, ladies and gentlemen? Who would have thought it? And as my missus said, I don't know what would be worse, a mouthful of sweaty balls or a mouthful of ball deodorant. Am I going to ask her for the answer? Am I? Fuck. Not a chance. Brina! Do you like the ball deodorant? No. No, she says. Right, what else have we got? Jaden, very kind of you, sir. Thank you very much. Said, hey man, big fan from Western Australia. Sorry, it's just built into me. I don't know why, but I have to say Australia. Not slagging off your accent, by the way. Anyway, hope all is well, my man. I think Sadio Mane's contract needs to be done because he's top form again, and we don't have to worry about him. Yeah, so I'm with you. So the priority seems to be Salah, Mane, Firmino in that order of the front three, Jaden, and I'm with you. I hope they both sign extensions. I want those front three to stay. If one of them had to leave, I've been honest and say that I would, think that maybe not giving Bobby a new contract, let him do another year, maybe move him on, as much as it would kill me to do because I love him. Of the front three, for me, that's the one. Who are MAINZ? If you need to ask that question, mate, then somebody bite your tongue, Craig. You don't want to be kicked off YouTube this early in the day. They're a German side, mate, who we've played previously, who Klopp was at. I mean, yeah. Somebody help me out here, please. It's too early in the day. Craig, late load agenda, please. Consider it done, my friends. Consider it done. I will see you guys back at 9 o'clock. But look, we're a minute away from getting started today. Again, don't forget that I'll be taking you through the game with some alternative commentary, a little bit of fun along the way. Starting 11 for today's game, Queevy and Kelleher, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Costas Tsimikas at left back, Matip and Kanade will be the centre back pairing. Then it's Naby Keita, James Milner and Harvey Elliott, then Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Right, and on the bench today for the Reds as well, let me just have a quick look. Adrian, Karius, Davies, different Davies, not Ben Davies, he's gone back to the UK. Jones, Minamino, Jota, Origi, Phillips, Gordon, Beck, Kane, Clarkson, Nico Williams, he is there. Morton, Bradley and Billy Comedio. So that's the bench today for the Reds. Right, both teams are just standing around the centre circle right now. We're about to get underway. Great to see fans inside the stadium for this one. If I remember correctly, I think there's 3,000 allowed into this game, if my memory's correct. And it is a full game, yes. And for those asking again for the last, I'll be generous, I'll say it twice. LFC TV or LFC TV Go. They're the only places you can watch the Reds pre-season games, legally, of course. Where is Van Dijk? He's not fit yet. Van Dijk's not fit and Gomez isn't fit and they won't be fit. They're working their way back. They're getting close, but Klopp said that they wouldn't be ready for today. But, there's no rushing and we've got some more pre-season games to go and they have been quite along in their development. Yes, it's a full 90 minutes. What have we got? Score prediction? Haven't got a Scooby-Doo, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm more looking to make sure, as always, that players don't get injured. And see how we gel, see how they come along, see how sharp they look. The second game against Stuttgart the other day, we looked far better than the first game. So look, let's just wait and see how we get on today. I don't read too much into pre-season results or anything like that. It's just about making sure that these lads get minutes in their legs and get up to speed for the start of the Premier League campaign. Right, Red's going to be kicking off, playing from right to left in the first half. We're underway, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway, and why didn't the clock start? Why didn't the clock start? Where is the clock hitting? 1 second. I'll get the clock sorted. It is on. Bear with me 1 second. Where's the fucking clock hidden? Ah, Crosby, help. Where's the fucking clock? Sorry, folks. I'm trying to figure out where the fucking clock goes. Right, 1 second. You ready for the magic? There it is. Look at that. Ball back with Creevy and Kelleher. Sorry. Clock's good. We're good to go. Don't worry about that. Craig fight with the clock's a regular occurrence on the channel. But anyway, we're back. We're going. We're live. We're good. Milner turns, plays it out right hand side to Trent. I mean, I'm not even playing and I'm already sweating just looking at the lads in that heat. I won't lie to you, folks. Matip. Ball through the lines. Nice ball. Sadio Mane gets onto it. Couple of appeals. Still Sadio. Goes out right hand side. Mo manages to keep it in. He recycles it back to Harvey Elliott. Interesting to see how Harvey Elliott gets on today. Looks like... What a setting it is for a game of football, by the way. It's absolutely beautiful. The backdrop's amazing. Matip now in possession. What a player he'll be for us this season if we can keep him fit as well. Keita. A lot of very interested people. He's on the ball right now. Waiting to see how he gets on. Canade across to James Milner. Milner now. Elliott tries a little 1-2. Ball comes back. Trent has it. He recycles it back to Joel Matip. Someone said I like the squad layout. That's a Connor Crosby thing, so you can thank him for that. Connor does all the technical stuff on the channel, as I keep saying. So any of these like squad teams, stuff like that, images, all Connor's good work. Hey Craig, will you do player ratings? Not for this, but I will do it for the season. We're working on a system that we can hopefully get it more interactive as well. So I'll do my player ratings, but you guys can help create your man of the match and stuff. So we're working on a few bits and pieces like that behind the scenes for when the Premier League season kicks off. Hello to everyone joining us as well. Welcome in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Drop a like on the video. Canade now in possession. Mane. Milner tries the diagonal ball. Mainz keeper comes out. Doesn't look very confident but gets a punch on it. Mainz now in possession. They move the ball into the left hand channel. Is that a real surface or a synthetic surface? Does anybody know? Interesting. Anybody know if that is a real or a synthetic surface? Thoughts on Kelleher? Delighted that he signed a new contract, Aiden. You know, look, he's going to be up against it with Alisson ahead of him, of course. But, you know, for me, I think Creevy and Kelleher should be the number 2. And I'm delighted that he's been given the opportunity as number 2. Again, Mainz try ball in behind, they overhit it and it goes all the way through to Kelleher. It looks real, but it's very patchy, which is why I was wondering. Kate says it's real as well. Ball over the top, Salah, keeper comes out, good goalkeeping from the Mainz keeper. Salah thought he was in, but the keeper came rushing out. There is a poll there now if anybody wants to vote on it at the top of the live chat. Anybody can vote on the result and see what people think. See how you think this is going to go. Kate said real, just dry. Yeah, it doesn't... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I can see it's real. I can see some muddy patches there. Keita tries a little bit of a drop of the shoulder left hand side. He's pulled back. Free kick to the Reds. Adrian said, hope Harvey Elliott can really get going for us this season. I think he's going to be top level footballer. I'm the same, dude. I've every belief in the lad. And yeah, I really hope he does well. But he looks very bright every time he's on the ball. I'd say we're probably going to see 2 different 11s here, first and second half, as the players, you know, get their fitness back up. Crossed in, put behind by Mainz. It'll be a corner to Liverpool right hand side. You got Harvey Elliott in your shirt, Finn. Good choice. I like it, mate. Well played. Will Elliott get more minutes than Jones this season? Do you know what? It's a belter of a question. Do you know what? Ball in. Oh! Mine's just about stop Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain at the far post from knocking it into the goal. It's a good question, that, mate. Do you know? I honestly don't know, but I think he might. Obviously, I'm purely speculating, but yeah, I get a feeling he might. You know, again, Liverpool doing well. What's the ref giving there? Offside. I was wondering if he was given a penalty. Milner was nudged into, but he was in an offside position. Free kick to Mainz. Did you see Sancho's number 25, not 7? He was never going to be number 7. To be fair, like, to accommodate that, they'd have to take 7 off Cavani, who just signed a new deal. So, you know, 2 plus 5 equals 7. So I'm sure that's probably why he is 25. Is Jones on the bench? Yes. Do I think Canada will replace VVD? No. Why would he replace VVD? He might partner him, but, you know, he's certainly not going to be replacing him. No, it'd be good that the big man can get a rest every now and again, don't get me wrong. You know, as much as we like seeing Van Dijk on every team sheet, you know, we will need rest throughout the season, particularly coming back from an injury like that. And he will need to be carefully managed. Mainz played a good ball in down the right hand channel here. They switch it across, left side, strike, it's blocked by Milner. Mainz appeal for a penalty, referee says nothing doing, play on. Opinions on Bradley. Very excited by Conor Bradley. As I said, the more I looked in and read up on him, the more I understood why the belief has been shown in him that it is. Do I think Sancho will shine, or Sadio, excuse me, will shine this season? Yes. I mean, by his own admission, mate, he wasn't his own high standards last season. So yeah, I think he will be better this year. He certainly looks bright anyway. And a lot of these guys will have needed a rest, to be fair. They will have, you know, and not just Liverpool players. A lot of professional footballers have been playing without a proper rest now for a couple of years. So, you know, they probably have enjoyed their 2 or 3 weeks holidays. 3 weeks, I think most of them got minimum. Looking forward to your streams this season from United fan. Thank you, Matt. Very kind of you. Keita now. Into Kostas Tsimikas. Bit of a misplaced pass there from him. Mainz have it straight back. Mainz doing well. Move the ball around left hand side. Liverpool get players back into position. Obviously the game seems to be played at about 3/4 pace at the minute. I'm sure that the heat has a lot to do with that. As a City supporter, I think Liverpool win the Premier League by more. I think you're a troll, mate, you know? I honestly do. I think you're just trying to say stupid stuff on purpose, just to try and be funny, which it isn't. Could be wrong, but that's just my take on it. Strike, blocked again. Milner plays it out. Again, every time Keita gets a touch of the ball, Keita or Mane gets a touch of the ball, they're dragging them back. Good ball into the left channel from Sadio Mane to Mohamed Salah. Salah gives the ball back. Naby Keita picks it up. Keita little back heel to Mo. Bit of a grimace from Mo there. Hopefully there's nothing wrong. Trent now, right hand side. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Kostas Tsimikas, Harvey Elliott, Matip, Canade, centre of the pitch, ball back out right hand side. Jonas, thank you very much for the super sticker or super chat, I think. What jersey new kit has orange? No. Am I wearing? Yes, there is orange on this kit, mate. It's just around the collar. You just can't see it with the green screen and stuff. It's just it's not distinct enough. Did I mention the MAINZ 11? No. No, mate. I don't. I won't lie. I don't give a shit what 11 MAINZ have out on the pitch. I'm only concerned about the Liverpool players in this scenario, mate. And I won't even try and cover it up. That's genuinely the truth. Ball into the right channel, looking for Salah. Does well. Gets on the end of it. Does it go behind for a corner or a goal kick? I think it's a corner. Keenan, how are you, mate? From Australia. Nice to have you in. Do I know when Van Dijk will be back fit? Well, he is back fit. He's just not match fit. So I think you'll see him take part in... the club said he potentially could have taken part in this, but it probably came too early. So I wouldn't say we're too far away. I don't want to give anybody false hope or false dates, but I wouldn't say we're too far away. Ball in. It's overhit. It's cleared by MAINZ. What do I think of the Henderson situation? I hope it gets resolved in a positive way. Can I show us your screen? I can, but you'd be still looking at a computer screen, mate, not my TV. So, you know, wouldn't be much use to it. Now, if you want to see my television, nah, can't do that. Copyright. Be closed down. Salah, right hand side, he's offside. Free kick to MAINZ. Is this the last pre-season game in Austria? Yes, I think we're moving to the next game's in Germany, if my memory is correct. I think, isn't it? We're moving on to Germany for the next game. 2 seconds, mate. Yes, Hertha Berlin we're playing next, aren't we? Fairly sure that's in Germany, that game. Ball in from MAINZ, breaks in the edge of the box. Did MAINZ give us a bit of a hiding in the last time we played them in a pre-season game? I'm fairly sure they beat us by a fair few. Remember we played 2 games in 2 days or something? I'm Dr. Idris from Yemen. I love you. Well, thank you. Welcome in, Idris. Lovely to have you with us. All of these people coming in saying kind words, thank you, but don't consider yours like people saying I'm a fan of yours or whatever. You're mates. I don't have fans. I'm just a normal fella. So I appreciate that you watch and you like it, but you're all friends and mates, not fans. We're all a family on here. Even though I'm the cranky uncle that gives out a lot of the time. Anyway, corner to MAINZ. Ball in. It's deep, far post. Well watched, well headed away. Salah brings it down, heads it down into a bit of space. MAINZ player comes in and you know, just clears it outside the stadium over everybody. Just puts his foot through it. Boom, didn't care. Ball gone. Goal kick. 4-0. Yeah, I had a feeling that they gave us a kick in the last time we played them. All right. Robbie, thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate it. How am I watching the match? The same way everybody can watch every single one of Liverpool's pre-season games every single season, my friend, on LFC TV, or if you want to be out and about, you can get yourself LFC TV Go as well. Thoughts on the Adam Hlošek rumours? Look, we have sent scouts to look at him apparently. Oh, flag eventually goes up here against MAINZ. Playing for Slavia Prague, or Slavia or Sparta, I can't remember which club he plays for. One of the Prague sides anyway. They were in Champions League qualification on Tuesday, I think it was, and apparently Liverpool scouts were at the game. And it doesn't surprise me because we will be keeping tabs on any of the talented players between the ages of probably 15 and let's say 22, 23 across Europe. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I don't know if it'll translate into a bid, but there were scouts apparently seen at the game. That's all I know. Slavia, thank you. How's Kelleher playing? He hasn't had much to do, to be honest. Just a couple of back passes, really. There hasn't been too much of any clear-cut chances in the game yet. Nearest we came was a ball to the far post that Oxlade-Chamberlain almost got on the end of, but some good last ditch defending cleared it for Mainz. The subs at the top. Good spot that. It's what Connor was just too many bleeding yolks here for me to be dealing with. Just too many fucking things in OBS here. It's a big mess. The sub yoke. Let me change that 1 second. God, there's just so many bleeding things. 1 sec. There you go. Now the sub count's fixed. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Ball in. Good defending that by Canade. Cut out what probably would have been a tap in. Craig, is there a chance Mbappe comes to Liverpool? My prediction's Real Madrid, but dark horse is Liverpool due to the admiration of Liverpool's success, says Victor. Look, do I think we can afford to buy him? Probably. Do I think we can afford his wages? No. Which confuses me a lot, mate, and I'll tell you why, Victor, because before he signed for PSG from Monaco, John W. Henry flew him and his family around on a private jet around one of the bays around France. I don't know if it was Marseille. First clear-cut chance of the game fell to Mainz there, and they blazed it over from about 7 yards. Haven't seen a replay of it yet, but straightforward ball in. They were offside. They were miles offside, wouldn't have counted. Now Salah's on the attack left side. Ball in. Ooh, unlucky. Very close to playing that through to Sadio Mane, but good work from the keeper. So when he signed for PSG, as I said, Liverpool tried to steer him towards Liverpool at the time, and I'm sure that he still would have commanded a pretty good wage at that point. So the whole situation around our link to Mbappe or interest in Mbappe has always confused me. But an answer to the question, no, I don't think we'll sign him, and I think you're probably right with where he'll end up eventually. Do I think Hay Gordon will get a chance this season? It's a good question. A lot of good questions today. I think this might be the season where we see him stay at Anfield perhaps for the first half of the season, see how we get on with domestic cups and see how he progresses, and maybe a loan for the second half of the season. But of course, you know, we don't really know anything until we see who catches Kloppo's eye over pre-season, and then I suppose some of these decisions will be made one way or the other. But he definitely looks like a very, very good prospect. I was really impressed with what I seen of him the other day in the first game against Wacker Innsbruck, which I still love saying, by the way. Wacker Innsbruck, Wacker. Not Weed Whacker, not to be mixed up with the Weed Whacker, which you can get at manscaped.com using our code WFM20 to get 20% off the all-newer Lawnmower 4.0, the all-newer, it's new Lawnmower 4.0. And if you go for the Perfect Package Performance 4.0 set, the Weed Whacker is included. See how I did that? Wacker Innsbruck to Weed Whacker. You get used to it. Will Liverpool win the title or just stay in the top four? I can't answer that question. Like, I don't have a crystal ball. You know, I want us to be challenging for the Premier League, but I'm not arrogant enough to sit here and go, yeah, we're going to win the Premier League again. It's going to be very difficult this season, and I think to get top four for any of the clubs, whether it be City, United, Chelsea, Liverpool, I think it's going to be a real battle this year. I mean, I think they'll remain the top four, but in what order, I've got no idea. Ball comes all the way through to the Mainz keeper after some good build-up play by Liverpool, but it came to nothing in the end. 19 minutes gone, still Liverpool 0, Mainz 0. Score prediction. For this one, God, it's really hard to predict. 3-1? Let's go 3-1. Let's go ballsy and go 3-1. Salah feels he should have had a corner. Are we getting the corner in the end, or is a goal kick being given? No, yep, we do have the corner. Do I think Manchester is blue or red? Manchester will always be red, as far as I'm concerned. I've said this before, I just don't have any, I don't want to say respect, but it's kind of the word I'm looking to use. I've nothing against Manchester City fans at all. Nothing. You know, I remember the fans that filled out Main Road when they were down to the divisions, but I have very strong opinions on Manchester City as the way the club is ran. So for me, red. Manchester will be red because I just don't want to acknowledge the blue part. Again, ball being played well here by Mainz, work out right hand side. Nice little 1-2 inside the area. Shot straight at Creevy Kelleher. Does well, gets his body behind it. For everybody asking about news about Henderson or all that type of stuff, 9 o'clock tonight I'll be back with the late night agenda, so we'll go through all the transfer news and latest stories at 9 o'clock, so make sure you come back for that one. Might as well have a busy day here, sure, why not? Let the good news keep going. Again, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, please do hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well. Don't forget to get yourselves over to manscaped.com and have a little look, treat yourself, why not? Nobody else is going to do it for you. Mainz have picked their pockets here in midfield. They're committing bodies forward. That's a bit of a shite shot in the end. Takes a deflection off Canada and goes behind for a Mainz corner. But Love Island. I've honestly never watched an episode of Love Island, Aidan. I'm sure it's one of those shows that if you watch it, you'll continue to watch it, but I've genuinely have never seen a minute of the programme. Corner here to Mainz. Left hand side. Let's see how we defend this one. Mainz have one player inside the 6-yard box. Couple hanging around the edge of the box. Few now. Ball in. It's cleared at the near post by Liverpool. And Mainz have it back. Quarter of the way through the game. Still 0-0. Mainz rework the ball out left hand side. Ball goes out and it'll be a throw in. Good tracking back by Elliott. Water break, I think. Yeah, the ref's blown up here for a water break, and who can blame them, ladies and gentlemen? And that heat, as I said, I'm almost getting sunburnt just looking at it. So we do have a water break in the game, so a bit of a break in play. Thoughts on Pedro Neto? Again, I'm happy to go through all of this stuff, but later on tonight. But look, what I will say on Pedro Neto is that interest in Neto, that looking at Neto, has been for a while. So I've also said to you guys that I know Wolves are willing to part with a few players, Ruben Neves, Adama Traore, but I think they'd be a bit less receptive to losing Pedro Neto at this moment in time. But I'd like him. I said this ages ago. There's something about Pedro Neto that I like. He's got that what's the first? I don't want to keep saying shithouse, but he's got something about him that I like. That little bit of snidiness, you know. There's just something there that I like. How's Kada playing? He's doing okay. I mean, nobody's really set the world alight, but it is just a pre-season game to get minutes in the legs. Right, let's go through some more of your comments. Craig, thoughts on United signing Sancho, possibly Varane? I feel like I've answered that about 500 times, Joel, over the past week. Good signing, and it would be another good signing. What's our best midfield combo? Again, Paul, I think it's Perul, excuse me, mate. I think it's a horses for courses type of situation. So depends who we're playing. Are we in Europe? Are we in the Premier League? Are we home? Are we away? How many minutes has each person played? What type of system are we going to be up against? So, you know, ideally, Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson off the top of my head, but, you know, I don't know if we're going to set up with a 4-2-3-1 system this season, a 4-2-1-3. So, yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, I'd say Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson, but, you know, then you're probably losing a little bit of something going forward. Opinion on Elliott? Love him. Can't wait for him to really launch his Liverpool career and get going. YGT sticks. Quality player. Really happy when we signed him, and did well on loan at Blackburn, and I've been impressed every time I've watched them play. And you just get the feeling with Harvey Elliott that he can go as far as he wants to go, if you get where I'm coming from. What have we got? Eve said Neto has that X factor to him, Craig, pace and smart. Yes, exactly, mate. Probably what I was trying to say. But it's weird because shithousery always comes to the top of my mind when I look at players and the way, you know, because I just love a snidey player. I just do. But yeah, Neto does have that game intelligence around him as well. And again, the likes of Pedro Neto and stuff, Pep Linders and his contacts in Portugal from his time spent working with FC Porto and their underage system, you know, he'll have no shortage of information available on Neto. Ball switched across right hand side. Mainz in possession. They've come back into the game a lot in the last few minutes. Canade puts it out and it will be a throw into Mainz down near the corner flag right hand side. Feel bad for Keita. If he didn't have injuries, I reckon he could have been a great player. Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? Because I think we all feel the same way. I was really excited when we signed Naby. I mean, over the moon. But I feel like I don't know how many more times we can say hopefully he can go a run without injuries. But Mainz ball went through there and weird, it hit their player's chest or something and fell through to Queeveen Kelleher. But I hope he can go a sustained period without injuries, mate, because there's definitely a player in there. Salah's looked really sharp so far in pre-season, by the way, hasn't he? Throw into Mainz left hand side. How are Canade and Matip playing? I'll be honest with you. One thing I'm trying to keep an eye on with Canade in particular, because I've seen enough of Matip over the years, obviously, to know his attributes, is his reading of the game. Like, he's obviously got pace, and you can see his body positioning is at the right angle when we're in defence, and he's got the right body shape to be able to get back and recover. But I'm just trying to gauge his reading of the game. He's looking around a lot. You know, he doesn't look like somebody that's 100% up to speed yet, and that's to be expected because one, he's playing with a load of new players in a new system under a new manager. But he's fast, he's big, he's strong. I think maybe, yeah, look, it's very hard to get a read in pre-season, but so far, so good. Has Oxlade-Chamberlain been sharp? Hasn't really been that involved in the game yet, but I would say so far from what I've seen in pre-season, definitely yes. He looked very sharp to me against Stuttgart. It is interesting to see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain being deployed through the centre again. Obviously something that Kloppo's thinking about for the season ahead. Harvey Elliott forced all the way back, goes and wins throw in. How's Elliott in midfield? He's doing really well. He's as you would expect, a bundle of energy and been popping up all over the place. It's such an exciting prospect thinking about Elliott, who's naturally more leaning to the right side. Him and Salah linking up and those little 1-2s and that movement in and around opposition penalty areas in the future. It really excites me the more I see them have these little moments together. Trent tries a little reverse pass there back into the path of Mohamed Salah, but it was cut out by Mainz. Quick throw taken and it goes behind. It'll be a corner to Liverpool. But yeah, I'm really excited by that interplay between the two of them. I mean, both of them really pacey, really intelligent with their runs, and I think that could be a fan. Like, imagine Trent, Mohamed Salah and Harvey Elliott all bombing down that right hand side. It's exciting, isn't it? Costa Simicas, ball to the far post, looking for Canade. It's a little bit overhit, goes over the big man's head and goes behind for a goal kick. Do I think Klopp will play Gomez or Canade more? Canade. Of course this is a guess, but I think Canade. I think Canade is... Look, they're both very good partners for Big Verge, don't get me wrong. And to have them and Joel Matip, you know, if we can keep them fit, is a fantastic collection of centre-backs. Here we go. Salah in the penalty area lays it off, looking for Keita. The pass wasn't great and Mainz intercept it. Gomez as well, like Big Verge, is, you know, far along in his recovery, but oh yes, go on Canade fella. What a recovery and what a tackle. Let's just enjoy that moment for a second. He was then fouled by Mainz, but beautiful piece of defending that by Canade. Again, really good positive signs. Yeah, good reading, stepped in, didn't even have to slide tackle, just got his body across the player. Good strong foot in the ball, good defending from Ibrahim Canade. LFC TV, for those asking. That's the only place you can see Liverpool's pre-season games. LFC TV or LFC TV Go, which is the mobile version. Who's impressed me the most in pre-season so far? Oh, hang on. Oh, unlucky Sadio. Keeper tips it around the post. Couple of little ricochets there. It fell to Sadio very quickly. Had time to take a quick touch. Keeper touches it around the post. Who's impressed me most in pre-season? Harvey Elliott, Kate Gordon, and Mohamed Salah, probably, if I'm being honest. Although Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has looked sharp as well. Let's just say I love them all. Let's go with that. I just love them all. Their keeper does look like Karius. I thought it was just me that was thinking that. You're spot on, he does. Here's Elliott now to the byline. Oh! Don't know if he was trying to pick out top bins there, but the angle was against them. But it's blazed over anyway by Harvey Elliott, and it goes behind for a Mainz goal kick. Yeah, he does. He looks like a Karius clone, the Mainz keeper. Ooh. LFC TV costs. Yes, mate, it does. This is the joys of being a football fan. Football, I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong, but, you know, football is an expensive thing to even support these days. So, like, between your BT, your Sky subscription, your Amazon Prime subscription, your LFC TV subscription, it does add up, I get you. It's, but I can't give out any illegal options to watch the game, obviously. You're so much better than commentators. Keep up the good work. Thank you, LeBron. Really appreciate that, mate. I enjoy interacting with people and having a bit of fun. How much is LFC TV? For me, it was €7.99 a month to add it onto my Skybox package. Not really many clear-cut chances so far in this one. I mean, you'd imagine it's going to be 2 sets of 11 over the 45 of each half. 2 different 11s for the Reds, I'm sure. But yeah, not really anything to get that excited about yet. But thankfully, the main part is no injuries. Keane said, not watching pre-season, Craig, just listening to you. That's where it's at, mate. I mean, you're where you need to be right now. So, well played, sir. Well played. And to everyone that has come across today and joined us for the watch along, thank you. Really appreciate you being with us here today on a day of good news for me on a personal level, which is great. A little bit selfish, I know, but, you know, it's not very often that you worry about something and the news comes back good. So I'm happy about that. So yeah, welcome in. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, keep your comments coming. We'll go through whatever topics you want at half time, and I will be back again tonight at 9 o'clock for the Late Night Agenda news show. Sadio Mane now, left hand side down near the corner flag. Go on, Sadio, take him on, son. Sadio Mane, give the ball away, but Costas Tsimikas wins it back. Naby, go on now. Oh, he's nutmegged him. Go on, Naby, lad. Referee, book him just for getting nutmegged. Filth from Naby, filth. Now, we did run out of possession there, but it doesn't matter. He nutmegged him. That's bonus points for Naby. Oh, look at Canade. Little lean on the player and all. That's it, mate. Use your size advantage. Good man. I'm starting to get back into the swing now of watching the Reds. Starting to get these match day vibes again. Jimmy Milner ball into the right channel. Go on, Mo. Arnaud Negriha, fella. Go on. Back to Elliot. Elliot. Back out to Mohamed Salah. Cross comes in. Hooked away by Mainz. Feels like the Reds are stepping it up a bit now. Trent with a strike. Blocked. You've seen the one that he hit in training, I'm sure, during the week, which was delicious. Here's a free kick to Liverpool, just outside the D on the edge of the 18-yard box. Sadio Mane judged to have been fouled, so this has a little bit of Trent written all over it. Don't let the trolls get to you. Thank you. I try not to. I do try, but sometimes it's hard. I love the burst forward Canade does, said LFC 89. So do I. I love John Matip doing that as well. Little baby giraffe galloping forward into the opposition half. You love to see it. And Matip is one of the better centre-backs at doing it. Maguire is very good at doing it for United as well, in fairness. Right, free kick, as I said, to the Reds. The Larius Karius lookalike is sorting out the Mainz wall. Trent's over it. Kostas Tsimikas is over it. But you'd imagine that this has Mr. Alexander-Arnold's name all over this free kick. Right, here we go. Go on, Trent, lad. Top bins. Go on, son. Over the wall. Top bins. Up and down. Nah. Couldn't get it up and down. It goes over the top. That's better off just saving the top bins for the season, Trent. Good idea, mate. Lulled him into a false sense of security there. Yeah, he didn't really make good connection with that at all, to be fair. Canade is a beast. He's a big dude, definitely. He's a big dude, alright. Did you see? I love the little. Did you see when him and Van Dijk were training together? I'm sure you've seen the clip where he was walking away and Van Dijk just leans into him like just a little welcome nudge. Has Mane looked good? He has. I think we're all going to be happy with Mane this season. I get the feeling that he's back. I think he knows himself he didn't have as great a season last season. Love the shirt, thank you, Hassan. I'm gonna have to like peel myself out of it, mate, because my chunky butt barely got into it. But yeah, thank you, mate. It's nicer in person than I thought the shirt was gonna be. Although I have had it for a while now. This is the first time I've worn it. Trent cross in. Oh, unlucky. Good tackle there by James Milner. Getting stuck in, Jimmy. Go on, lad. Don't let these kids mess around with you, Jimmy. Now, Harvey Elliott, ball in. Oh, just over. That's still in play though. Go on, Mo. Go on. Back out to the box. Trent, a little chip in. Hooked away again by Mainz. You get the feeling we're knocking on the door now. Matip to Keita. Keita goes for a strike. It's blocked. Oh, I love this swarming all over them by Liverpool to win the ball back. Canade. Stephen said, would you rather give Canade a chance with VVD or stick with VVD and Gomez? Hope you're well, brother. Thank you for the super chat, Stephen. You're very kind. And do you know the good answer to that question is, mate, I really don't mind which one. But what a great headache it is to have, fella. Do you know what I mean? Having Gomez, Van Dijk and Canade with Joel Matip as an option, with young Billy Comedio as well there, young Reece Williams, obviously Sepp van den Berg's gone back out on loan, but yeah, I mean, future's looking decent, isn't it? Big Saints fan in the house. How are you, Ping? Nice to see you in, mate. Welcome. How's Elliot? Tickety boo, Ryan. Tickety boo. Thoughts on Harry Wilson? Well, he's gone, isn't he? I mean, again, as I said earlier on, I've been preoccupied today and I'll have all the stuff ready for 9 o'clock, but he's going to Fulham, isn't he? Again, as I told, I mean, I've said to everybody for ages, I said that Malen will probably end up at Dortmund. We will sign Canade. Wilson is available to be sold. Origi's available to be sold. Shaqiri's available to be sold. Grujic was going to be sold. So, you know, sometimes you should listen to me, you know. I underplay my information a lot of the time because I don't like to do the ITK stuff, but I do hear a little bit every now and again. Oh! There was a chance. Keeper forced into a save there from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Nearly gave the Reds the lead. Ball slipped in. One touch from Chamberlain. Tries to go across the keeper. Keeper gets a hand on it and touches it behind. So, you know, this is one of those few rare times where I think he probably should have went for the near post, and I very rarely say that, but keeper made a save nonetheless. Corner in from Tsimikas. Cleared by Mainz. Header back in from Jimmy Milner. Cleared again by Mainz. They try a ball into the left channel, but it's overhit and it'll go out for Liverpool throw-in. Where do you think we'll finish in the league? I think the top 4, as I said earlier on, mate, will be the same. I just don't know in what order. Josephine said, LFC TV does not work for me. Have you tried LFC TV Go? Josephine, I'm not sure what part of the world you're in. I do know if you sign up with them now, they've your first month free. I think there's a special offer. But again, I know that these things sometimes are regional dependent. Keita nods it down. Chamberlain, lovely little 1-2 of headers there. Go on, Naby, into the box with you, lad. Ball in looking for Sadio. Sadio! Strikes blocked, unlucky Sadio. Mainz now trying to start a counter-attack. Ball into the right-hand channel. Good stuff. Joel Matip back there. Oh, look at that. Costa Simicas. Back to Canade. Canade beckons Kelleher. Kelleher side foots it forward. Go on, Costas, lad. Stuck in. Simicas is down, holding his abdomen, and I think there was a collision there between the two players. Nothing snidey about it. Accidental collision. But the Mainz player and Costa Simicas are both down at the minute. Ball brings the go. Thank you, Cedric. I'll take it. Craig, are we getting a number 9 this window? No. We'll get a forward, but it'll be a wide forward most likely. We were never going to be signing a number 9. The plan was always to get a wide attacking forward. We don't play with a striker. I know. Sometimes I even have to check myself on that, so it's not a dig at you there, mate, but we don't play with a traditional number 9. We play with somebody who occupies people, somebody who's a 9.5, can drift in between the lines, can link up with the wide players, can create a bit of space. And look, they score goals and compress as well. That's always a bonus, which is why Bobby's been so important to us over the years. But yeah, I think unless there's a drastic change in policy by Klopp in the next year or two, we don't really play with an out and out like Harry Kane type striker. Chamberlain edge of the box, switches it out wide right to Trent. Trent with a ball in, again cleared by Mainz. It's a lot of crosses going into the box here again, but in the air. It's a tactic we've seen a lot and frustrated me at times last season. You need to be winning the second balls in those because, you know, it's not like we have 6'6" forwards in there, but it is a tactic that Klopp likes to use, early crosses from deep. Keita now, again. Good to see him picking up the ball and driving at defences again. Look, a lovely little step over as well. Go on, Naby. Pulls it back. Salah just can't make a connection, but that was very good play by Naby Keita. That's the Naby Keita we know and love. Gets on the ball, takes on a couple of players, little step over, leaves his man for dead, pulls it across to Mohamed Salah. Just couldn't get the touch in it that he needed, but good build-up play nonetheless. Do you watch any other sports apart from football? Yes, boxing. I mean, I've let it be known I'm a huge boxing fan. I've got mine and Connor have our flights, our hotel and our car hire booked for the Joshua Usyk fight. I'm hoping that I can source tickets for it because, you know, it's my 40th birthday that month. Sorry, 39.1 that month. So yeah, boxing and other than that, darts probably. Right, where are we? There was a super chat from Joshua. How are you, mate? Hey, Craig, I'm from Munich, excuse me, and rumours have been going around that Kingsley Coman is linked with Liverpool. Would you take him? PS, love your content, even though I support Bayern. Well, firstly, Joshua, thank you. And would I take him? He wouldn't be at the top of my list because of the amount of little injuries that he's had, and when you rely on explosive pace like he does, those injuries become more common. So from what I gauged, and again, mate, you're closer to the situation than I am, being a Munich fan, but from what I seemed to gauge was that it was his father that was looking to push through a move for him, maybe to the Premier League, and that Bayern didn't really want to let him go. I've also seen prices varying from the 50 million quid all the way up to 90 million. So, you know, would I take him? Yes, but he wouldn't be at the top of my list of priorities. And I think we could probably get better value. But look, there's no denying the lad's a fantastic footballer. And again, thank you, mate, for dropping in and for the super chat. Very kind of you. And I hope that you're all having a good one. And don't forget, need to shave your balls? Get over to manscaped.com, WFM20. Get yourselves the all-new Perfect Package 4.0 set with the all-new Lawnmower 4.0. Sick of using that 3.0 lawnmower? Don't worry about it. If you suffer from bins like me, Big Irish Nut Syndrome, they've got you covered. Longer lasting battery life. You get everything in this Perfect Package 4.0. You get the crop ball preserver. You get the ball deodorant, which is anti-chafing. You get a set of boxer briefs. You get the ear and nose hair trimmer, which they call the weed whacker. You also get the main tool, which is of course the Manscaped 4.0 lawnmower that does the job. Trust me, it does the job. It really does do the job. Did I say it does the job? It does the job. You even get paper to put on the ground to catch, you know, the dropping, shall we say. And it all comes in a lovely little bag that they call the Perfect Package 4.0 Shed is what they call it. And this is what it looks like here, ladies and gentlemen. That's the package. You also get a set of boxer briefs and the Shed, which is what they call the travel bag. So get yourselves over to manscaped.com. If you use air code WFM20, you get 20% off. And trust me, my balls thank me on a daily basis. Your balls will thank you later. You've got a promise from me to you. And if they don't thank you, I'll thank you on behalf of your balls. Where is Thiago? Remember, a lot of these guys went quite far in the Euros, so need 3 weeks holiday afterwards. So that's why it'll be staggered, the players who are coming back. Let me just stop the clock, by the way, because it is half time. I should have probably pointed that one out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's half time, you know. Will we ever get Fury versus AJ, do you think? Yes. Can, you know, hopefully both get through their fights. I mean, the Wilder Fury fight's been pushed back to October, so, you know, hopefully that gets done and Fury gets through that. Hopefully Joshua gets through Usyk, and, you know, we get the fight that we all want, which is like AJ versus Tyson Fury, which is the fight everybody wants to see. It's the only one we all want to see, really, in the heavyweight division. Love you too, MML, thank you, appreciate the kind vibes. Now that is Naby Keita, said Joseph. Yes, that was definitely more the Naby Keita that we all know and love, ladies and gents, wasn't it? Great to see him getting back to some better form. And there were some passages in that first half where we seen why Naby is rated so highly. Keita, our best player of the half, said Sid. Any news on Tielemans? Other than Leicester have offered him a new improved contract, he's currently on holidays, and Leicester are confident of keeping him. I don't really have any more news for you on Yuri Tielemans, mate. No, that's the latest I have anyway. Keita reminds me of a midfield version of Mane. Now, I'm always very wary of saying this because, of course, somebody will say, oh, you're racist, but genuinely, I often get confused between Keita and Mane because unless I see the numbers, their build, their frame, they look very similar to me. So, yeah, it's caught me out a few times as well where I've called out the wrong name. But, great to see Naby back doing bits, and I think we're going to see the best of Sadio again this season. We want to see the whole match. Then go buy yourself a fucking LFC TV subscription, mate. I don't know what you want me to do about it. I'm not your sugar daddy. I mean, I want to sleep with Mila Kunis, but my wife might have something to say about that, and the odds of me actually landing Mila Kunis would be rather slim, I'd say. Good, I'm glad to see I'm not the only one who gets mixed up between the two of them occasionally, because, you know, I'm very wary about saying these things these days because, you know, you don't want to offend anybody, but I do get mixed up by them at times. Stream the game to them. Yeah, mate. I'll work with Connor for nearly 4 years to build up a channel so we can stream the game to somebody I don't know from Adam and lose our channel and all the potential future income we've worked hard to raise just so I can show somebody a pre-season game. Now, what do you think the likelihood of that happening is? I would say there's more chance of me showing up here with Amaro and Fellaini head of hair tomorrow than there is of me breaking copyright rules and throwing everybody future in the bin to show a pre-season game that, like the rest of us, you can just go and sign up for. So that would be a massive no. What happened to Musialowski? Why does everybody always start with a negative? What happened to this guy? Where's that guy? Why aren't we doing this? Musialowski is tickety-boo. Signed his pro contract and there's no rush on the lad. Chill. He'll be grand. He'll get there. Let's not put too much pressure on him. He looks like a real talent. We signed a kid from Newcastle as well yesterday, or at least we'd agreed a deal for a kid from Newcastle who Newcastle fans really weren't happy to lose. Really talented 16-year-old apparently. Don't know too much about him. What am I watching on? A TV. It's a big TV. 65-inch TV. It's massive. It's a Samsung Smart TV if my memory is correct. I know you want me to say what channel, but I'm just being an arsehole here. LFC TV. Is a half-time. Tis indeed. Man of the half. I would have to agree. I think Naby. I was impressed with Naby. I was impressed with Mohamed Salah. And I thought Kanade looked well. But then again, I wasn't unimpressed really with anybody, if that makes any sense. And I wouldn't I wouldn't be too worried about it either. Pre-season's only about getting minutes into the legs, getting the lads up to speed, and making sure nobody picks up an injury. So I'm not somebody that really cares about, you know, if we win a game 1-0, lose a game 2-1. It's just, I'd rather nobody injured. That's the most important thing to me in pre-season. Can you give us a better look at the shirt, please? Why? I'm genuinely confused as to what you mean by give us a better look at the shirt. Here, it's the shirt. Ta-da! I don't know what you want me to do. Twirl? I don't know, dance for you? Do you know what I mean? I'm a private dancer, dancing for money. I don't know what you want me to do, mate. Just go Google the shirt. You don't really need to see my man boobs flaunting around the stream again, because that has happened before. And look, this jersey is stuck to me at this point, folks. I'm absolutely melting here. I'm loving the stream, Craig. WFM. Oh, how I've missed WFM. It's been a while since we've lashed out with WFM. So WFM. WFM, everybody. Ric Flair. Okay, we'll go for a little halftime Ric Flair, will we? Woo! I do love me a Ric Flair. How's life? Good, Dara. Very good, thank you. How's the little fella you said, Dara? He's good. He's melting like the rest of us, mate, but he's good. He's I think he's got about 10 days to go on the cast, I think, before it comes off. Where's Newlan Voider? Let me see. I think I do have Newlan here. Let me see if I can whip him up on the L table there. Where's Newlan? There we go. There he is. Oh, he's behind the table. I'll move him though. 1 second. Come on, Newlan. Where are you? I'll move him forward. Come on, Newlan. There we go. We get him on the table properly. Hang on. He looks like he's on my lap there. He's not lined up properly because the table's a different size. But there he is. Go on, Newlan. Give it a big fish, little fish, cardboard box fella. Go on. People tuning in now going, who is this little weirdo on the table? No, he's walking on air. Do you know what I mean? He's basically Jesus now. He can walk on air, water, do whatever he wants. But look at him, he's still going. Go on, drop of the shoulder. Go on, doing bits there like Naby Keita was in the first half. Go on, lad. Who's that? How dare you? How dare you? That's Nulon Voider. He's our mascot. Basically, when everybody wanted to null and void the Premier League when we were winning it, we decided we needed a little mascot to protest against that, and Nulon Voider was born. Craig, I'm a United fan. Sorry for that. There, Joe. I mean, sorry for your troubles. But I've been following you since the Euro Watchalongs with Mark and think you're absolutely brilliant. Keep up the great work. Cheers from Brazil. Obrigado to you, my friend. And yes, thank you. Really appreciate it. And great to have you watching, mate. Just a shame you're a United fan. I mean, I don't know what drove you in that direction in life, buddy, but, you know, I'll take care of the... I like to think of this as me being like Luke Skywalker and Goldberg kind of being like Darth Vader. Pretty much, you know, I'm the good side of this, and all you United fans are the bad side. But, you know, we can coexist. I think I'll subscribe. We shall suffer together and celebrate together. Sounds like a plan to me, ThunderGod74. And if you want to celebrate together, much like ThunderGod74, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video. How has Harvey been? Yeah, good. I mean, I'm loving the link up between himself and Mo Salah down that right hand side. It's very promising for the season ahead. Is Neto rumours true? Well, he's injured. That's important to point that out. But are we looking at Neto? Have we been looking at Neto? Yes. But from what I was... No, I don't want to say from what I was led to believe. From my understanding of the situation, the plan was maybe for a year down the line. Now, if things are being brought forward, I don't know. You know, it's very difficult when a player's injured like that to go out and sign them. But we have been keeping an eye on Pedro Neto for a while. Yes. Now, if that leads to anything yet, I don't know. Why is VVD not on? Because he's not fit yet. He's back in pre-season training, Sophie, and he's getting up to speed, but not match fit yet, if you know what I mean. So we'll see VVD and Gomez start to get minutes in the coming week or two. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. It's just the club being very cautious. What's your opinion on Saul's situation? Also, love you, bro. Love you too, Neil. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, my position on Saul is kind of similar to that on Basuma, on Neuhaus, on Renato Sanchez. I can see valid reasons for all of them being linked with Liverpool, and I can see valid reasons as to why they would add something to our midfield. My big worry is, look, we've already lost Gini, and I didn't want that to happen. I mean, seeing him with the PSG shirt today in the dressing room chatting with Kylian Mbappe kind of made me a little bit sad, if I'm being honest. So when I'd seen the Henderson stuff come up as well, it had me really worried and frustrated. But you know, it looks like Saul wants to move to the Premier League, and whether that be United, Liverpool, elsewhere, you know, I'm sure time will tell. But 26 years of age, he's bulletproof, he's never injured, and yeah, I'd have no issues if we signed him, none whatsoever. Right, I'm going to take down the team because I'm fairly sure we're going to change it in the second half. So let me remove the lineup. There we go, because I'm almost certain it's going to be different. Yeah, you're going to have to get up earlier in the day, Dylan Smith, to try and catch me out on that one, mate. I've already been through that one before, but you can try again, Dylan, but you're not going to catch me on that one. The team is crying out for an out-and-out striker option. I don't think it is, because that's not how we play. I mean, I know you're thinking of we need to score more goals, and I get that, but you also have to look at how the system we play leads to the chances we create. And look, a plan B is never a bad thing, but you know, we are where we are really with regards to the way we set up and play. Yeah, again, gonna have to go earlier than that, Dylan. Of course I know who the fuck Joe Rogan is. Our system must evolve. Well, look, Patrick, the gaffer's in charge of all of this, mate, and I'm sure he'll make little tweaks as necessary. And let's be fair, you know, his methods and his system so far haven't been too shabby. Last year was Last year was a shit show for a load of reasons. Injuries, no crowd, maybe fatigue. But we'll be better this season. I've no doubt about that. I'm saying you look like him. Chill out, fella. Well, first of all, go fuck yourself and don't ever tell me to chill out. I'll do what I want, Dylan. My platform, built it myself with Connor. So I'm alright, mate. I'll do what I do. And I look absolutely nothing like Joe Rogan. I wish I was built as well as Joe Rogan. Nor do I look as old as Joe Rogan. Yes, I am as charming as Joe Rogan. Probably as intelligent, if not more so, Dylan. But you, my friend, don't ever tell me to chill out. I will do what the fuck I want whenever I want, because this is a dictatorship. Welcome to Craig's world. Don't like it, Dylan? Fuck off. I don't care. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. See, I'm not one of these YouTubers that gives a shit about a lot of stuff. I'm just here to have fun and interact with people. And if people want to be a little bitch, then I'm going to say bye-bye, be a little bitch elsewhere. I haven't got time for negativity. I get too much of it in life as it is. So I want happy people. Shiny, happy people holding hands. Crosby said he's just sorting out some images there for the second half. So I'll have a lineup for you guys momentarily for the second half. Hello from Nashville. How are you, Chris? Lovely to see you, mate. I hope you're well. How's Canada? Said Callum. He's very good, mate. I was impressed with him again in the first half there. Would love to see Lautaro Martinez play for us, said Liphawk. So would I. I mean, you know, I'd happily have a bit of Lautaro Martinez, I won't lie, but we've got a bit of Harvey Elliott, so, you know what I mean? Bowen, again, I'll go through all the transfer gossip at 9 o'clock tonight, folks, so hope you can, you know, be back for that one. It's Noah said, thank you, you helped me. If I helped you in any way, mate, thank you. I don't know what I did, but yous have helped me a lot. I'll always say that to you. Oh shit, Adrian's in goal for the second half. Right, everybody hunker down, relax, nothing to panic about. Deep breaths, we're all in this together. He somehow managed to annoy me even more in the new kit. Total new 11 for the second half, yeah. You know, deep breaths and all that. Just no back passes, just don't give him the ball. Don't think about it, Craig, just get through it. Still getting flashbacks. 7-2, 7-7. Right, anyway. Mainz going to kick us off in the second half. We're underway. Liverpool playing from left to right in the second half. I think Connor has sent me the image, so let me just check the inbox. No, that's just an email from Apple. That's definitely not the one we're looking for from Mr. Crosby. As soon as Connor sends it over, I will get it ready for you guys. Second half team: Adrian, Williams, Phillips, Comedio, Beck, Clarkson, Morton, Gordon, Jones, Minamino and Origi, who's captain, ironically. So full new 11 for the second half. Another opportunity to have a look at Connor Bradley, Cade Gordon, you know, always happy to do that. Good defending there by Nico Williams. Comes back, mops it up and clears it away for a throw into Mainz. It is a beautiful backdrop, George, you're right. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, really is a beautiful, beautiful spot for a game of football. Do I watch F1? No, I don't. My young lad does, but I don't. Origi should be sold. I will second that motion. Karius, Adrian or Mignolet, your life depends on it. Who am I having? Mignolet. Although, you know, I'd be ringing, I'd be on the phone to the Undertaker anyway. You know, if my life was in the hands of any of those three, you know, I'm ringing the Undertakers and getting measured up anyway, just, you know, to make sure everything's in order. But Mignolet, Oh, MAINZ ball. Look, Adrian, it's like watching a child who's playing football for the first time. You know when they all just run towards the ball and don't pay any attention to what's going on. He was running back and forth across the 6-yard line there like a lost child. Do I think Origi will go to Rangers? I don't know if they could afford him, to be honest with you. I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's a genuine opinion. I don't know if they could afford him or not. Big fan here. Love your content, said Sujan. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Great to have you in. Sell Adrian. He just signed a new contract. Oh, God. I feel like my ears are bleeding even saying that. Yeah, he signed a new contract, but thankfully to be the club's number 3. So, if needs be, you know, I'll go over. If Kelleher gets injured and Allison gets injured, you know, I'll sacrifice and step up to be the club's real number 3. Who's captain? Origi. Yeah, Divock Origi's captain for the second half. When is Craig Station kicking off? Hopefully early the week after this one coming up. I have a couple of interviews that I'm going to be filming next week to kick it off. Ball into the box, too close to the keeper. MAINZ have changed the keeper as well for the second half, along with a few other players, maybe the whole team, I don't know. But what was I waffling about there a second ago? I can't remember, but I'm sure it was enthralling. Right, I've got the team for the second half. One sec. Second. Come on, Crosby, where is it? There it is. Right, here's the second half 11. There you go. Thank you, Connor. Good work in the background, as always, for Mr. Crosby. Dylan, mate, Miel Mucker. One thing, Dylan, never take anything I say to heart, fella. So if you felt offended or at Dylan, all good, man. I'm just a wind-up merchant, mate. It's all good. No problem. You know what? It's all good, Dylan. No problem. I think though, the reason maybe I thought you were being snidey was you tried to catch me with the Candice thing before that. Unless that was somebody else called Dylan. But either way, man. Look, it's all good. Let's put it behind us and we move on, dude. Let's do a virtual quiz pump and we move on. Love the tattoos, thank you. I need to go and get more though, because I've got 1.5 sleeves and I've had them for years and I've never bothered my arse to go back and get the other one finished off. Show us your belly. I want to know how I look in the kit. Well, if you look anything like me, you look like a Teletubby with man boobs who has been somehow melted into a kit. That's how I look in the new kit. So, you know, I can only speak for me on my own chunky behalf, which is, you know, I mean, there. See, look at the man boobs. Wibble, wibble. That's how I look in the kit. Do I rate Jeremy Doku? Yes, very highly. Craig, will I get a Mike Tyson face tattoo? No. I mean, why would I ruin this? Do you know what I mean? I mean, that would basically be like me taking something away from the world if I was to ruin this moneymaker. Do you know what I mean? Why would I ruin that with a tattoo? It's a thing of magnificence. Teletubby with clean balls. You're right, Gary. Do you know what I mean? When you're right, sir. Not just clean, mate. Deodorized, everything. What's that you said, Gary? Manscaped 4.0. Right out now. European launch, you say. Get yourself over to Manscaped. Use the code WFM20. Good man, Gary. You're absolutely spot on. What's that, Gary? Does it have an LED light that can actually, you know, help you when you're trying to get to those tricky areas? It does, Gary. And it also has a longer battery life, Gary. Gary, I feel like you should be working for Manscaped, mate. Sorry you didn't quite get the code. WFM20, Gary, gets you 20% off at manscaped.com. Got it. Gary, my mate. My mate, Gary, helping me out there with the pitch. Good man, Gary. Craig, you're not even fat. Oh, I absolutely am, Tom. Trust me, mate. I went from 21 stone down to 12 stone at one point. Now I'm back up to 16 and a bit, and I need to get back down to about 14. I'll be honest with you. Lockdown's not being good to my waistline. And I won't lie to you, it's the thing I'm most ashamed of. I'm ashamed to even look in the mirror, and I'm not even joking. That's the downside of being me in my head. I turn the light off when I go to the bathroom, so when I look at myself. But I'll get there, I'll get there. It's all a process. What size is your kit? Medium. No, it's extra large, mate. How tall are you? 5'10". What do I think about Origi? I try not to think about Origi, mate, where possible, unless I'm trying to think up the Everton goal or some of the important goals. But in the present day, I try not to think about him too much. Oh look, there he is, getting caught offside, even though we had 20 minutes to time his run and see that he was offside, which we could all see before the ball arrived to him. Would I sell or loan Nico? I think, Dylan, the plan for Nico is that he himself might want to move away, mate, which would see us sell him if the right offer came in. There was talk of a couple of Premier League clubs looking at him. There was one in particular whose name escapes me at the minute, fella. I just can't remember who it is. Yeah, there was talk of perhaps him going for about 10 million quid. And we wouldn't look for a backup because of Conor Bradley and Joe Gomez. That's at least what was put out there anyway. Nah, Origi is the actual GOAT. He's not though. Like, let's be honest. He had great moments for us. Some great moments. The Newcastle goal, the Everton goal, the Champions League semi-final and final goals, all huge moments that we'll all cherish forever. But he's crap. Let's be honest. Let's cards on the table. If Mohamed Salah goes off the pitch or Mane goes off the pitch and Origi comes on, be fair, the drop off is huge. And it wasn't always that way. I feel like last season he just looked more disinterested than previously. I don't know if it's a confidence issue. I don't know if he's frustrated. It wouldn't be fair of me to guess, but all I can do is give my opinion on him, and my opinion of him is that he's just not good enough. Nat Phillips, ball across to Williams. I mean, there's two players again who could be out the door before the window shuts. Nat is apparently attracting interest from Burnley and Brighton, obviously, who may need or will need a replacement for Ben White. Been watching a while now. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Daniel Mason. Very kind of you. Paul, no need to thank me, Paul James. As I say, it's a pleasure, mate. I never want anyone to thank me for that, and this is a group job. You know what I mean? We help each other out on here. You guys got me through lockdown. I won't lie to you. Without you guys, I would have gone doolally, even more doolally during lockdown. So yeah, I mean, you were my link to the outside world. So thank you, if anything. Again, not much going on here. 10 minutes into the second half. It's, as you'd expect, it's a bit more disjointed with all the changes that are made. And Mainz are probably looking a bit more likely, if anything. Thoughts on the Kessie links? I don't believe them, Deck. You know, AC Milan have just gotten back into the Champions League. I don't think they'll want to lose them. Nor do I think that... Well, it's hard to say if it'd be a good fit or not, isn't it? Because it's just my opinion at the end of the day. But it's not a signing I'd like Liverpool to make. And I'm not saying he's crap, by the way, because I've watched Frank Kessie at times and thought, wow, you know, the lad's absolutely spectacular. But there have been other times where I've watched him and he's left me quite frustrated. Origi has more Champions League final goals than Manchester City. Oh, David, you naughty boy. I mean, you're factually spot on, I believe, but you naughty boy. This slow business is going to under-prepare our squad. Think about it this way, Joseph. Let's say we bring in a midfielder and a wide player. The odds of us One sec, there's a free kick here to Mainz, which they try a shot and it goes wide. The odds of us going to start the season with those two new players from the very start would have been slim to none, regardless, because, you know, even with a full pre-season, which a lot of people won't get because they're involved in international tournaments, Klopp takes time to bring players into the squad, get them used to the Premier League and stuff. So, ideally, yes, you want them in the door as early as possible, but for this season, I think it's going to be about making sure that we have enough cover so there's not a drop off in quality when we haven't got our first 11 available. So will we see somebody come in that's going to displace one of the first 11? Maybe not, but I'd be happy enough if we finish this window with another good option in midfield, another good wide attacking option. Here goes Origi now. He opens up his legs, ball back inside, looking for Jones. Unlucky. I mean, not good work from Divock in fairness, down that left hand side. Ball across, was looking for Jones, but just didn't come off, but was good work by Divock, credit where it's due. What's your honest prediction for the season ahead? I think it's going to be a really close race. I think my gut, again, and I know this is going to piss people off, but my gut feeling right now is that Manchester City, Chelsea and Liverpool are a little bit ahead of United. This is just me gauging it. I know you'll say United finished ahead of us last year, and I can't argue with that, factually correct. But we absolutely fell off a cliff and were, you know, horrendous, particularly at home last season. So I think we'll be a lot stronger in the upcoming season. United will be stronger as well, and I think they'll finish in the top four. I just think of the top four, they maybe have a bit more work to do. That's just my opinion, but I still think that they'll finish in the top four. But again, just my honest opinion on it. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. United with a defensive midfielder and a centre back are very dangerous. Yes, but again, they've got to get them in and they've got to work. So the Donny van de Beek one, by the way, that was a signing that I thought United made. I think that's a decent piece of business, but he hasn't really got a sniff, has he? So yeah, look, Sancho nobody can argue about. Very good piece of business by United. Good attacking player. You know, will do very well. I've no doubt about that. Varane, I think he's 26 if my memory's right, and you know, very very top level centre back, and himself alongside Maguire will be a decent centre back pairing. No arguments there either. But I could even probably push Liverpool in that as well. I just think at the minute in my head everybody's playing catch up with City and Chelsea, particularly if Chelsea go out and get a striker. Now I know City have to replace Aguero, and that's something that looks like it could be Kane, because that number seems to be getting bigger by the day. But you know, I'm not being arrogant and thinking that Liverpool are going to automatically be fighting for the league title. I think we've got work to do as well. How many will be in the stadium first game? 100% capacity, I believe. DJ. Yeah, I think 75% for the two friendlies we have coming up against Osasuna and Bilbao. But when the Premier League campaign starts, I believe it's 100%. I'm good, Vasby. Hope you are as well. Arsenal will finish higher than Liverpool. In what? Tiddlywinks? Pornhub searches? I don't know what it couldn't possibly be a football, mate. Not even the most deluded of Arsenal fans could believe that nonsense. Arsenal finish above Liverpool. Oh god. Yeah, shitting ourselves we are. That's it. Everybody's looking ahead to see what Arsenal are doing. Absolutely shitting bricks over that Arsenal squad. Yeah, Arsenal. Arsenal. Oh god. Thanks for making me smile, mate. I needed that. Just mark your words. Oh, I've not just marked them, mate. I've ingrained them into my head, and everybody in my head, the whole team inside my head, is pissing themselves laughing at the idea of Arsenal finishing ahead of us this season. So I will mark your words, remember your words, put them in permanent ink on my brain, but it's still nonsense, and it's still not going to happen, dude. So, you know, chill out and all that, and, you know, lots of love to Arsenal fans, but, you know, let's be realistic about this. Arsenal Arsenal fans used to moan about being in the Champions League every year. Used to give out about Wenger getting them top 4 every year, and now what they finished 8th last year, was it? Am I right with 8th? I don't even what's 8th? Didn't even know 8th existed in the Premier League, to be honest. I mean, it's making me feel dirty just thinking about it. 8th, the dirt of it all. I don't think it's been a while since I've even had to look that far down a league table. 8th. Do you think we win against Man United again? I mean, they're always difficult games, aren't they, mate? You know, at the best of times, sometimes Liverpool United, no matter who's in form, that form goes out the window because they're one-off games to some extent. Ball drops now. Go on, Gordon, go on. Kay Gordon, he's brought down, gets back up. Good footwork from the young man. Gets the ball out right hand side. Williams cuts back in. We really are lacking any cohesiveness here with this second half 11, which is to be expected. It's like watching Arsenal, isn't it? What? You know that Arsenal are going to finish above us this season? Oh dear. The arrogance. It's not arrogance, it's just fucking common sense, mate. So I mean, it's not arrogance to say that Arsenal are shite. It's just factual. It's not me being arrogant. It's just true. I mean, dislike it, whatever. I mean, factually, go to a bookies and say, I have £1,000 here and I want to bet on who's going to finish higher, and see which odds you get for both teams, because the entire football world knows that Liverpool are going to finish ahead of Arsenal. It's going to happen. You know it, I know it, Arteta knows it. Oh, unlucky. Divock had a chance there, but I think he was offside. Indeed he was. Craig, love the way you tell it as it is. It's all I've ever promised to do, Andrew. You know, one of the aspects of my personality that my Asperger's, I suppose, adds to is that bluntness. I don't like lying, and I don't have time to be messing about, you know what I mean? I try to just cut straight to the point. Some people find that an endearing thing, some people hate me for it, and I understand that, but I'm the very same in real life at home here. My wife asks me a question and she gets a blunt answer, you know, and she appreciates it because she knows I'm being honest with her. But, you know, that Arsenal fan saying Liverpool are going to finish like United is basically like my missus coming in tonight and saying, Craig, when you come up to bed tonight, I'm going to look like Maya Jama. It's not going to fucking happen. We all know it's not going to happen. And, you know, no matter how long she spends putting the makeup on, getting herself ready and all, looking all schmexy, Maya Jama she ain't going to fucking be. So, you know, that's just a fact. Nor is she going to get fucking The Rock when she goes up. Do you know what I mean? She's still going to have the same tubby egghead that was there that morning when she got up. Now what she will have is a very well groomed one. And why am I so well groomed, I hear you ask inquisitively? Very good question. Because of the Manscaped 4.0 perfect package set that you can now go over on the European release and get from manscaped.com. What? I don't want to pay full price? Is that what I hear you say? Of course you don't want to pay full price. I wouldn't expect you to pay full price. Use the code WFM20 and you'll get yourself 20% off. Of course I wouldn't expect my people, my peeps, to pay full price. That would be madness. That would be like thinking Arsenal will finish above Liverpool. It's just not going to happen. Do I think 10 million is a good price for Harry Wilson? I think it's on the low side of what would be acceptable, Mr. Vlasic. I thought 12 to 15 might have been more what the club would accept. Here's another water break, by the way. Is the game good? Not really. To be honest, Keane, it's kind of petered out a bit with all the changes. Yeah, it's the first half, again, it wasn't great, but it was a lot more cohesive and a lot more of what we're used to seeing from Liverpool, whereas this is more, I think Klopp's just taking a look at the young lads and seeing how they're getting on and trying to coach them through specific situations. You can see him talking to Billy Comedio there now. Am I Irish? I surely am, Brian, yes. How is Cade doing? He's okay. He hasn't been involved that much. Couple of decent moments in and around the edge of the 18-yard box, but it's been one of those meh kind of games so far. But again, you know, I don't mean to play down Cade Gordon, because I was very impressed when I seen him against Wacker Innsbruck the other day. South Africa's in the house with Jonty. How are you, mate? Lovely to have you in. Loads of lovely South African folks that come in and say hi every so often. You're from Clare, Brian. Nice. Never. I think I might have been to Clare once. I won't say what was going in my head there, mate, because I don't want to sleep on the sofa tonight. I will. I've been in a few Clares. What? I'm definitely sleeping on the sofa. Why do I do this to myself? She mightn't see it. Might be alright. You're from Limerick, Thomas. It's yeah, Limerick's a beautiful place these days, mate. I like the upgrades on the city. Where am I watching this? It's on LFC TV. LFC TV. Please do hit that subscribe button, folks. Drop a like on the video as well. And you know, pray that I'm not sleeping on the sofa tonight. Ross from Dublin. Nice, mate. What part? I grew up in Dublin. Moved out of there when I was about 19. Grew up in Shankill. Very, very, very South Dublin. Brighton's in the house. How are we, Archie? Nice to see you. You're from Norway, but you live in Accra, Ghana. Sweet. That's class, mate. Well played. How'd you end up there, if you don't mind me asking? Work related, or Mr. Peterson? I don't know how to pronounce your first name. Is it Bjonar? Crazy around here for football. Yes, the Ghanaians definitely do love their football, mate, and have produced some very good footballers as well. Brazil's in the house with Mateus. Love to see it, mate. Welcome in. Wicklow, Paddy Kavanagh, just down the road from me, mate. Again, ball across there from Mainz, cleared away. It'll be a corner to Mainz right hand side as the clock ticks towards 70 minutes. Curtis Jones has been rather quiet, Jack, since he's come on at half time. Ever heard of Nagaland? No, I don't know if I'm being baited on something there or if it's a genuine question, but no, I haven't, mate. Balbriggan. The Brigand, the Brack, the Firma and the Noggin. The Brigand, the Brack, the Firma and the Noggin. I don't know if you'll understand that, Power 2K, or if you're too young for that, but that's my little Dustin the Turkey. Mayo for Sam. No, mate. We all know. Dublin for Sam. Newcastle's in the house. Armagh's in the house. Every time I hear Armagh, I keep the same point. I used to go out with a girl from Armagh. She lived in Lurgan. Sri Lanka's in the house as well. Somewhere that I very, very, very much want to go on a holiday to. The beaches and stuff in Sri Lanka look absolutely gorgeous. Maldives, don't be doing that to me. Maldives, teasing me now. Maldives, oh God, what I'd give to be in the Maldives. Wexford in the house. In the house here as well, Andrew. Limerick's in the house. Limerick for Liam McCarthy, possibly. Boston, Robbie, love to see it, mate. Welcome in. Pakistan, Ross, Shankill, you love to see it, mate. Shankill, my hometown. Barbados. Now you're just making shit up. You're just oh, strike. It was straight into the arms of Adrian. Spain, swords. Toronto, Canada. How are we, Mr. Costa? Dunboyne. I had my debs in Dunboyne. The Vortex. Strike there. Saved by the Mainz keeper. Yeah, the Vortex. Dunshaughlin, County Meath. But you said Dunboyne, not Dunshaughlin, so I absolutely didn't have it in Dunboyne. I had it in Dunshaughlin, but I'm nearly right. I'm close enough. Louisiana, Scotland. Welcome. Lovely to know where you guys are watching from. Genuinely, thank you. Florida's in the house as well. Tala. Dara, how are you, mate? Haven't been out to the square in ages, or to watch a Rovers game, actually. Must get out there and watch one soon. Salt Lake City. Nice. Lennon, how are you, dude? Welcome in. Maryland, Mexico, New Hampshire, Italy, Dundalk, Tipperary, Montreal, Liverpool, St. Helens, Mauritius, Cairo, Trinidad. Legends. All of you. Each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. Go on, Curtis. Curtis gets away from his man. You can see what he was trying to do. He tried to pick out the run of Takumi Minamino, but he'd overhit the ball. It was too close to the Mainz keeper. The game's pretty dull. I won't lie to you. S.C 95. It's pretty dull. Botswana. Nice. Stream turned into Craig reading countries. Yes, welcome to the world with Craig. Flags of the world. I'm not Robin Sheldon show from Big Bang Theory, I promise you. But I genuinely do love knowing where people are at least pretending to be watching from. Ball back with the Mainz keeper. Pressure sort of goes on from Origi. Cade Gordon now presses. Mainz play the ball from left to right. I mean, come on, lads. Lash a goal in at least. Give the crowd something to celebrate. Mainz now have played the ball well. They move it out towards the left, but it's intercepted by Nat Phillips with you know what. Yes, his head, as he does always. Cade Gordon now. That's a lovely shot at the back of the goal there, cameraman. But can we see the game? Thank you. Cade Gordon now pulls the ball back. Curtis Jones tries to strike, but again it goes high and wide. India's in the house. Lisbon's in the house. Bangladesh is in the house. $16 minutes or so to go. Don't forget, I'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock with the Late Night Agenda, where we'll be going through all the day's talking points, transfer related stories and whatnot. Mainz now on the attack down the left, but the ref pulls it back for an offside. Minamino, someone says Minamino ain't good. I mean, just kind of on that point, he's been invisible in this game since he's come on at half time. Absolutely invisible. He hasn't managed to get into the game at all. So like, it's not even like I can say he's had a bad performance, because it's not like he's even done stuff wrong. He just hasn't been involved in the game. Favourite Beatles song? I don't like the Beatles, Jake. Which is mad, seeing as I'm a huge Oasis head. I know it's the irony, but yeah, I've never been arsed about the Beatles. Now give me Garth Brooks. That's a different story. Clarkson, Morton and Cade Gordon are the midfield three. Somebody asked me that, sorry. It's on the image there on the screen. Best Westlife song. When you're looking like that, don't make me start singing it, because it is on my fucking playlist, I promise you. Favourite Dubliner song? Here's one for you. Oh, great save that from Adrian. Is one thing you'll probably never hear me ever again say, but was a very good save from Adrian. Good routine from Mainz, pulled it to the edge of the box, caught on the volley, and Adrian tapped it over the bar. You know, it was straight down his throat, but he still did well to tip it over the bar. Certainly the closest either side have come to scoring in the game. And Adriana kept it out. Well played. Someone said something about the Dubliners. On the Dubliners, weirdly, Luke Kelly was a good friend of my grandfather. Now there's Minamino getting involved a little bit. The Chelsea team are in Kildare. Interesting. Have I heard KSI's new music? I've heard Holiday, but other than that I've not really heard much of his music. Mainz switch the ball out left side. Is it just me, by the way, or does the scoreboard look like it's got 2 O's instead of 2 zeros? Surely it can't be just me that thinks that that looks weird. Not our scoreboard, the one on LFC TV. Do I like Huddersfield Town? I don't like nor dislike Huddersfield Town, mate. I don't really have many feelings towards Huddersfield Town. What's your favourite beverage? Diet Coke, 100%, mate. I'm a non-drinker, believe it or not, so Diet Coke. Phillips. Come on, lads, just bang one in, just for the hoo-ha. It is 2 O's, said Mick Wall. Yeah, it looks ridiculous, doesn't it? How do I feel about Coutinho being confirmed to be a Wolves player? I don't even know if that's true nor not true. So that's how little I give a fuck about Felipe Coutinho at this moment in time. So I'll check to see if that's true. I've no idea if you're talking out your swing schwang or if you're being honest, but either way, couldn't care less. I'm not seeing anything on it. So whatever. As long as he doesn't come back near Liverpool, I'm all good. Craig's party trick. I don't have one, really, to be honest. I'm a very untalented person, as I've told you numerous times. That's brilliant. Cameraman somehow needs to think we need to know what an aeroplane looks like. I've seen one before, mate. Do you know what I mean? You're not shocking any of us. Gaming Tube said Coutinho to Wolves, he must be getting 1/8 the pay. I'd say it's not true, mate. And even if it is true, yeah, you're right. He's not going to be getting the 400 or so grand a week he was on. Which shampoo do I use? Yeah, Audi or L1, mate. It's for influencers only. It smells like your ma. You mightn't have been able to get it, but I can get plenty of it, mate, in every sense of the word. So yeah, Audi or L1. That's the name of the shampoo. You won't be able to buy it. It's not available for mere mortals. Why do I not drink? Well, kind of a few reasons, to be honest. Both my parents were unfortunately alcoholics. My grandfather died from an alcohol-related illness rather young. Plus, the real reason, actually, it's more that I get really bad hangovers. So, if I had a drink, I'd probably be like 2 days with a hangover. So, I never found it worth it, to be honest. I'd rather have fun in other ways. So yeah, never found the rewards worth the headache, if you get where I'm coming from. Ball in. Oh, tell you what, Mainz very nearly opened the score in there. Free header, and you were waiting for the net to bulge, and it just went wide. Thoughts on Conor McGregor? Again, he's Irish. I'll always support him when he steps in the octagon. I obviously don't approve of a lot of his out of octagon antics, but Yeah, I'm always proud to see any Irish person doing well. And the Black Forge pub that he bought looks absolutely amazing. Craig, sorry, content amazing. I got a needle on Wednesday. It's really sore. My arm is. Yeah, when I got the first my first vaccine dose, I had a bit of swelling in my back and shoulder and joints for a few days, and it was quite stiff. But second one, when I got that, the nurse frightened the shit out of me. By the way, she said, "Oh yeah, you're not working today, are you?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Oh yeah, this one." Basically, what she said is, "This one gonna fuck you up." And I was like, "What? Relax there, love, Jesus." And it was grand, not a bother. Not a bother after the second one. My missus has had her first jab. She no ill effects after it either. Michael said, "I'm teetotal. My brother died young through alcohol." I'm sorry to hear that, Michael. Genuinely am, mate. There's no joke coming, I promise you, being sincere. For me, it's not just that. I mean, like, I have an addictive personality. I know that. So whether it be any aspect, food, I eat too much bad stuff. Anything I do in life, I tend to do at 100 miles an hour, 100%. So I suppose it's just I'm aware that I don't want to go down that route that my parents went down, unfortunately. So just try to manage it, I guess, really. But I've never had any issues with drink. In fact, I've never really been a big drinker, one way or the other. Can Liverpool win the league? Oh, by God, yes. Craig, do I know St. Joseph's boys? Yes, I played with Joe's, Ryan. I played with Joe's when I was 10. Played there for a season and then went back to my own club. But yeah, of course I know Joey's down in the noggin. I know it very well indeed. I know it used to be not run by, but the foresights were pretty good there. And yeah, definitely know them. Well established DDSL football club. Thoughts on Paddy Murphy? He's his own man. I don't really. It's not my place to talk about other people. I don't know the lad personally. I know of him, but yeah, he's his own man. That's my thoughts on him. Up the Joeys, I play with them. They're a great club, said Ryan. They're a very good club, mate. They've always had a good tradition there of bringing through some good players as well. Oh, Origi. Yeah, he nearly managed to stand up for 15 seconds, but he fell over, and yeah, that's all I have to say on that. Nat Phillips steps in, wins the ball back. Nico Williams, good footwork from him. Probably the wrong decision in the end. Should have tried to look for Takumi Minamino, but it goes out for a throw in right hand side. Little bit of handbags there with Cade Gordon and one of the Mainz players. How have Canade's performance been so far? Well, he's only played the first half and he didn't really put a foot wrong. He looked fine. Made a good tackle. Always had a good body position. Yeah, I was quite impressed. How rare is a sober Irishman? Well, it's a very generalised statement you're making there. And why only men? Women are allowed to drink as well, mate. I don't know. Fuck, do I speak for the entire country? I don't think so. What do I think of Cade? Very impressive. Very impressive. Definitely has something about him. You can see where Liverpool worked so hard to beat off other clubs for a signature. Ball across. 1-0. Own goal. 1-0 to Liverpool. And it was an own goal. Cross came in from the left hand side. Mainz centre back, I think it is, couldn't really sort his legs out. It was one of them balls into a very, very good area, into the danger zone between the 6-yard box and the keeper. And the Mainz defender goes off his knee, I think it was, and into the goal, and it's 1-0 to Liverpool. So let's all celebrate an own goal. Yay! Costa Simicas with the cross, so we'll give him the assist. Or was it Costa Simicas who was with the cross? No, it wasn't Costa Simicas. It was Beck with the cross, sorry. Which is a good moment for the young man. Yeah, the defender just got his legs muddled. And Cade Gordon was waiting there. Probably thought he was going to have a nice little header at the far post. But it is Liverpool 1, Mainz 0 with 4 minutes to go. Beck with the cross, I believe. I believe it was Beck. I'll take it. Same, Michael. Yeah, I'll take it as well, mate. I always feel sorry for like any fans that do go to a game like that and have to sit through a 0-0 in a friendly or anything like that. You want them, you know. Sometimes it could be the only time kids or, you know, adults might get to see Liverpool because it's getting harder and harder to get tickets. So you always think, well, if this is, you know, if you're trying to make your son or your daughter fall in love with the game and you're bringing them along, you want them to see a few moments of magic, don't you? So at least they'll have a goal to celebrate, or at least they'll have a goal to talk about. Free kick here. That could have been 2 free kicks in a row, to be fair to Mainz. In a decent shooting position, about 25 yards out, very central. Again, folks, please do hit that subscribe button, and don't forget I'll be back at 9 o'clock tonight with the late night agenda, where I'll be going through all the latest Liverpool news and transfer stories. WFM to you, Mackenzie. WFM, pal. How many games have I been to? Some kind of wide range, with somewhere between 30 and 50. Oof, unlucky that. I tell you, it was a decent attempt at the free kick. Had Adrian scrambling, but it just went wide of the keeper's right hand post. Yeah, I didn't get to a game last season. We were supposed to go to the Villa game, and I say last season, I mean the season before. And yeah, it came in April. We were supposed to be going over, and the pandemic hit, and that put the kibosh on that one. So I'm hoping I'll get over for a game this season, at least one, hopefully. Again, like everybody else though, it's getting impossible to get tickets. And we're all in the same boat on that one. Well, unless you're lucky enough to have season tickets, of course. Another free kick to Mainz here as we move into the final 90 seconds. Do I have a studio? No, this is done in my living room, Ian. No, God, I wish. I live in a 3-bed council house, mate. I wish I had a studio or even a spare room. Oh, again, how did that not go in? More last-ditch defending stopped Mainz from equalising. The lads really trying their best to hold out here. Good work all around. Yeah, I wish I had a spare room, mate. No, this is in the living room, which is why, you know, I often talk about the sacrifices by my family and stuff. Is they genuinely, like, they have to give up the living room for loads of time. So yeah, I wish someday, hopefully. Ball in, headed away, good defending, hooked away as well. We're inside the final minute of normal time. Filmed in the bog. I've actually got 2 of them. You know, we've two toilets in the house. We're lucky in that way. Craig, can I recommend a website to try get tickets? Hospitality, of course, Scotty. Absolutely, mate. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate a recommendation. Oh, we've turned the ball over here. We've got numbers. Go on, lad. Yes! Kay Gord makes it 2. Go on, lad. And it was offside, though. Bastard. Ah. Feel for the young lad there. He did well. Ah. Shame. Why was I banned? If you were banned, you wouldn't be commenting. You were timed out, and I don't know why. One of the moderators did it. That was unlucky for the young lad, wasn't it? Nice neat little finish and all. Would have been a nice moment for him. But offside was the call. And the referee brings to an end the game. So Liverpool beat Mainz by a goal to 0. And that goal was an own goal. But again, it's just about getting minutes in the legs and making sure nobody picked up an injury, which I suppose we can count as a job done, ladies and gentlemen. So look, as I said, I will be back tonight at 9 o'clock for the late night agenda. Don't forget, if you want to check out the new Lawnmower 4.0 or the Perfect Package 4.0 set from Manscaped, get yourself over to manscaped.com. That brand new set has been launched now in Europe this week. Improved battery, improved or PM. And you can use our code WFM20 to get 20% off anything at manscaped.com, and we'll be working with Manscaped throughout the season as well ahead, so get yourselves over there and use our code to get 20% off anything on manscaped.com, and yeah, your balls will absolutely thank you later. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys at 9 o'clock. I will talk to you then. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the video. Lots of love to you all, and I will talk to you later.